Chronicles here. It's a part two. So I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and she was talking about this date that she went on, and how the date, it was a great date. And she went on a couple, and she went to his house, and she ended up falling asleep. And he was a perfect gentleman, and the next time that she went over there, he seduced her, and she said she felt violated. She said that she wasn't really ready, but he insisted, and he went on and seduced her. However, she said, although one of the things that I did share with her, feelings aren't facts, and I don't know when was the last time you had sex or whatever, but I guess maybe it happened sooner than you wanted it to. But you went back. You went back. So in the event that you went back, all bets are off. And you obviously liked it. And I think sometimes, as women, we want to be manhandled. And I don't want to say the word rape because that's a very strong word. But, sometimes you want to be manhandled. And I asked her, did she say no? She said no. She did not say no. But she went back. So I said, well, how was the second time? She said it was much better. It was more, loving. I'm like, oh, okay. So did y'all have a conversation? She said yes, and he said he apologized, but then he said that she turned him on. He was just very excited. So one of my guy friends said he had some Viagra. I don't know. There's no way of me knowing that. But she said that it was much better. So that was the second time. And the third, she said no, not yet. She didn't really think that she should go over to his apartment because she says every time I come over, she didn't want to have sex all the time. So I said, well, I guess I'm gonna go over there. So, I'm just, I am dating per se, and if I see that things are progressing, I want to see health records. I really do. It's important to me to see health records, and it's not mainly for sexual reasons. It's for health reasons. Like, I want to see how healthy the person really is, opposed to them looking good. What's your A1C, your creatinine, your EGFR, your glucose, your triglycerides, your blood, your red blood cells, your white blood cells, your LDL, your HDL. I want to know your blood pressure. I want to know your PSA. Like, I want to know these things. I want to know your metabolic panel, your CBC, and I want to know about HIV status, HPV status, Hep C status, herpes status. Now, herpes, 85% of the world have herpes, whether it's genital or fever blister, and I mean, you really, it's like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10. So I really just want to know what I'm getting myself into, and I think that is fair for me. Actually, it's not even a fair thing. It's something that I want to know. Now, if a man is or woman is going to have sex with someone without a condom, then you have to be real open for anything that you get. Now, I know my history of sexual encounters. I'm not going to say that I've always used a condom, but condoms and raw, I always get an infection. It's like it just knocks my pH balance off. So when I don't get an infection, it's definitely welcome, but kind of risky. Here it is, I'm 70. I don't want anything that I can't get rid of. I really don't. So, and I don't understand why a man or woman would want to have sex with someone and not know what they're getting themselves into. It's kind of risky. There are some cities that have a very high number of, like, say, HIV. Atlanta, San Francisco. I know San Francisco used to be. They said that Atlanta is very high. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then, they say that a lot of HIV, not HIV, that there's a lot of men on the down low. Look, I don't know what that's all about. Why, but, sex is a strange bedfellow. Like, it's, what turns a person on is what turns them on. There's absolutely really nothing you can do about that. It's a feeling. Feelings aren't facts. However, if you like something, I know a guy who he likes to be farted in his face. Now, that is some wild stuff. Some men want to be peed on. Some want to be shitted on. Like, I've never met any of those, but I read a fetish book, and some of the things, unbelievable. What people like and what turns them on, it's amazing. It really is. So, don't be surprised, especially these new relationships, these new encounters, these new engagements with people. I would think that the person would have to know you for a minute before they expose their idiosyncrasies, but not necessarily. There's some people who will pay for people to do things to them. I kind of think that I'm pretty normal. I don't have a lot of, I kind of go with the flow when it comes to that. I'm not going to do anything painful love you, if I care about you, and I want you to be excited, I want you to be pleasured, and I pretty much do within reason. Within reason. I'm not going to be doing no crazy stuff. Really. I'm a dancer, so, I'm an entertainer. So I don't mind entertaining my man, but the buck stops in a couple of places. You know what I mean? So, my 92-year-old aunt, she is going to be getting some dentures. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And she was like, how's that going to work? Don't worry about it. Just wait for them to come, show up, do your little mold, and then you'll get you some teeth. And check your eyes. So she's kind of acclimated to the nursing home. She has her own private room. She has a private room now, and she seems to be happy about it. Well, I moved. Of course, now I have to make a left. Oh, that might be right. Fire department. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Sex. I'm gonna go home and eat me some oatmeal. And probably do some sewing. Anyway, you know what I always say. Do the right thing for the right reason, but most importantly, do it at the right time. So, that reminds me. What have I done lately that was the right thing? So, one of my associates had death in the family. Another is January, I believe it was December. One of my friends had death in the family. Her mom. And to me, it doesn't matter the type of relationship you had with your mom. I think mothers are probably the hardest death that an individual will encounter in their lifetime. And although my mother's been gone since 86, oh, 85, my relationship with her wasn't all that, so I didn't really feel a sense of loss. So it didn't really bother me, and I understand that we can't stay. So you live your life with purpose, with deliberate, you're deliberate in your actions, and you do the right thing. So this particular young lady, something happened, the money, and she was unable to have the funeral that she wanted. The driver wasn't able to get paid for the limousine, so all of that was canceled. And so she didn't ask me, which on a lot of times she doesn't ask. I volunteer because it's the right thing to do. and she doesn't drive. So, I stepped up. I charged her, but I stepped up and picked her up, took her back, and I felt like I did the right thing. Yeah. So it's important to have some of those on your little slate of, in your life, like doing things. And really, to be honest, if we were closer, I would have done it for nothing. But we're not that close. So, my time, my gas, decision making is something that you have to do in your life. And although I make better decisions, it's open. I make better decisions. I don't always make the right decision. But it's definitely better. Definitely make better decisions. And I'm happy about that. I'm definitely happy about that. So, Chronicles here. Do the right thing for the right reason at the right time is my motto. Have a great